Hello everyone, and welcome to another round of League of Legends. Today we'll be playing some Ryze in the mid lane with my friend Baby Zeus as Xin Zhao and one of his friends playing as Garen in the top lane. Jinx and Morgana are both random people. Today we'll apparently be facing KO in the top lane, Azir mid lane, Ashe and Soraka down the bot lane, and a Volibear in the jungle. I personally have not played much with these guys in the past, so I have no idea how my team's gonna do, and I have not played Ryze in a long time, so I have absolutely no idea how well I'm gonna do. So we'll all see together. So what we're about to do right now is Xin Zhao's wanting to invade red. I personally would disagree with the idea of doing it, but I will trust a judgment on this one. So their Ashe just hawk-shot towards our blue buff, so we actually have to be a bit more careful because she saw me going in this direction, so they'll probably have some resistance at their red buff. So they're expecting an invade, it seems. The one thing Armagana is doing wrong is she's standing right out in the open. So if she gets spotted, we're going to be under attack, something that I would not recommend anyone doing. So what I'm doing right now is because of Ryze being able to scale with mana, I start out with Sapphire Crystal, gonna rush a Tear of the Goddess, so I deal out more damage still. That's the one good thing about Ryze is you can just build him pure mana, and he'll deal more damage. His passive, Arcane Mastery, which casting a spell grants a stack of it for 10 seconds. At 5 stacks, he becomes supercharged for 3 seconds, gaining a shield that blocks 25, plus 50 incoming damage, that 50 coming from his mana. And also, he causes his spells to reduce the cooldown of his other spells by overload's cost, which is 3.8 seconds. Which, in my opinion, is a very decent ability in this game. It's different from what I normally would be using. I would have never expected this to become one of Ryze's abilities, but here it is. His Q, which is Overload, Arcane Mastery, Supercharged Duration is increased to 3 seconds as its passive. And it fires out a single bolt skill shot that actually deals 60 plus 4 AP damage plus 13 damage, which hit that 13 comes from his mana. So it scales quite a bit with mana also, which is very nice for Ryze. So Azir right here, he started out with the basic Azir of going Doran's Ring and a health pot, which puts him at an advantage because he regens his mana faster than me, but puts him at a disadvantage because he has less sustain through health pots. But Azir in general can just burst someone out completely, so I have to be extremely careful. Anyone playing against an Azir, I'd recommend that too. Stay safe because Azir will just outburst you through his extra range from his spears and being able to charge them at you. By the way, this is my first recording, guys, so I am extremely sorry if it is bad. I hope to eventually get better with it. So I hope you enjoy the video. And hope you enjoy actually watching my videos. I'm going to try to do my best. I'm going to be doing a lot of commentary with other people, I hope. Playing more games with my friends, so that way you get more of League is kind of like when you're playing with people that you know compared to when you don't know someone, which makes League somewhat awkward because you don't know how they're playing, you don't have the support of at least knowing how one of the people you're playing with is, how good he is. It can be a real nuisance, in my opinion anyways. Not everyone agrees with that. Some people like that, and I understand. Everyone has their own opinions. My opinion is just that I prefer to play with people. That's more entertainment. But Azir here, he's playing extremely safe, which is smart because I can burst him down more at this stage in the game. I have to be careful of Volley Bear, and I haven't warded at all. If you're in my position, I'd recommend warding more often because what I'm doing is avoiding all warding right now. Extremely stupid. This is a normal game, not ranked, is the only reason why I'm doing that. Eventually, I'll probably record more ranked once I get a better recording system. Because right now I'm not using fraps. I'm gonna get that with my next paycheck actually, so I can put up more videos that are better than what this one's probably gonna turn out to be. Garen just pulled first blood on a Kale, a very impressive feat to me. He might die from Volley Bear though. So Garen, one of the toughest people to kill in this game. In my opinion, probably one of the more noob champions also. But he does require some skill because he's based all around cooldowns being extremely long. He just goes to charge in their tank. And that's one thing that Azir forgot, is that my spells have a pretty decent amount of range to them, so I was able to dish out a good amount of damage to him. Ooh, Morgana getting a kill. Sadly, it wasn't Jinx, but take blessings where you can get them, kids. You can see Azir right here, because Azir is level 5. I was able to burst down much of his HP through my ult and just a few spell casts. It's one thing that's very nice about Ryze, is he easily will burst down any opponent. A lot of people call Ryze a noob champion, but he requires a good amount of skill to play properly because of how quickly you run out of stuff. And also because a lot of people play cockily as him because of his ultimate, giving him that spell vamp. Don't do that, you're gonna die fast. Stupid idea. So Azir, I believe, has hit 6 by now, and if he has, I have to be careful also, because Azir can get pretty scary at level 6, but the worst part is if he gets fed. You never want Azir fed. He's worse than a fed top laner. He's scarier than a lot of fed champions because he will just dish out a bunch of damage, so you gotta be careful with that. What Azir's doing is he's playing extremely smart here. And I just played really stupidly. I thought I could dish out more damage. I shouldn't have done that. As one thing that, like I said, you will eventually start thinking that you're better than your opponent because you can zone them more as Ryze. You don't want to start thinking that, otherwise you'll do exactly what I just did and get yourself killed. I made a very stupid play there, and it could cost me a good amount of problems in my lane because he just got first blood in lane. Can be an extremely deciding factor since he has more farm than me too. So he just got a lot more gold than me. I forgot he had barrier. Actually, I had no idea he had barrier, so it gave him an advantage. Volley Bear is doing the smart thing that a lot of junglers don't do. To all you junglers out there, I would recommend this. You want to, as jungler, if you see a lane empty and you go to that lane, you want to farm. It gets you good EXP, free gold. Lane EXP is worth more than in the jungle. So it's something to do. Like right now, Xin Zhao is giving me some support because both Volley and Azir are here. Though he can sincerely just go back to the jungle. Volley Bear's not going to try anything right now. I still have Flash, so also I can cage him if he tries anything funny. So this is one of the parts of the game that gets really boring, is especially when in mid lane in my opinion, because it goes slow for a good amount of the game until you can start getting really far ahead of your opponents. One of the slowest lanes, in my opinion. thing. I play a lot of top lane, so I'm used to it being a bit more fast-paced in your face. Definitely, it takes a great deal of patience and actual skill to play some of the champions that go into mid lane. So, see what I did there is I popped my ult because of its low minute cooldown. I'm able to do that, and I just burned his flash, which is an extremely long cooldown to be able to come back up. So it was a better trade in my end, which is something you want to do is get better trades. So if you can pop Ryze's ult for their flash, that is going to be extremely in your favor. Because you're just going to have your ultimate back up in 30 seconds, and their flash will be down for another 3 minutes. So for them burning my minute-long cooldown ult, I just got a 3-minute cooldown of theirs. His barrier's still down while my Ignite's gonna be up, which is also nice. So I can probably go in soon once I have my ult, at least to dish out a good amount of damage. But what he's doing is he's doing the kind of coward's way of mid-laning, and just running away every time I get close. It's smart, but it's highly annoying. Don't play like that, in my opinion. You want to at least have some interaction with your lane opponent. You don't want to just be sitting there and not doing anything, but just sitting there in the background. It's what you're supposed to do, but it makes for extremely boring gameplay for everyone because there's no action. So I kind of just screwed up there because I had no abilities off of cooldown with that. You don't want to do that as Ryze. I was stupid and just did that, so he was able to pop my ult for nothing. Luckily, my ult costs nothing to use, so it's not a huge loss. But it is still highly annoying because I just wasted one of my most powerful damage dealers for getting nothing of his at all. Something you want to be careful of. You don't want to waste Ryze's ult. It is a lifesaver at times because it gives you 80 movement speed, 15% spell vamp for 6 seconds, and his spells deal an additional 60 damage, which is extremely nice. You want to have that up as much as possible. That way, when you're getting surrounded by enemies, you can just pop it and get to safety. So what he... nope, never mind, it wasn't him. Because if he would have just back there, it would have been extremely stupid since it would give me time to catch up in everything that I'm doing. Because right now, he has 1 kill on me, but I'm beating him in the farm game at this point because he fears me, which is nice that he does because a lot of people who play Ryze are newer to the game, and I hope this teaches them a little bit about what to be careful of with Ryze. After this, I might do a video showing my rundown of runes that I typically use for my champions. That's something I did very wrong there. Is I got cocky and wasted my abilities on him. I should have figured there's Volibear there. That's why you ward. I'm being very stupid and not warding. Don't do that. You want to ward constantly. So, I kind of seemed like a jerk when I said that by saying can use some ganks soon, Jin. A lot of people, if they don't know you, they're going to take that the wrong way. Luckily, I know this Jin. So, that kind of is why I'm like that. I'll probably be doing some videos with him, so you'll see what I mean by I can be a jerk to him. But he's a good player and a good person to call a friend. He has helped through a lot of things, so he's a good guy. Just, I'm typically a jerk to him just because it's a running thing between me and him. Jokes. I might upload a video tonight with this one, with someone if I can. If not, hopefully you guys enjoy this video and any videos I upload. I really do hope it, because I'm trying this out, and this is gonna... So you see right there, I didn't realize he flashed when I did that. I should have paid a bit more attention, but because I didn't, he was able to pop everything in mine, which is highly annoying. Smart, yet highly annoying. So Volibear's trying to get 1v1 with Jhin, which I personally will not allow because I know how Volibear gets. As soon as he gets in all his attacks I need, his 3 attacks, it can literally kill someone. I've made Volibear quite a bit. Why the fuck is everyone coming here? Holy shit. And that is one thing that Ryze can do. You do not dive a Ryze because he'll just stun you and launch an attack to get you killed. It was extremely stupid of Kayle to do that. But Ashe, had she landed her arrow on me, I would have died. Something you want to be careful of because I could have just completely got massacred there. So be careful of that because I forgot completely about them having an Ashe since I haven't heard anything involving Ashe. It could have just killed me and gave their ADC a kill, something you do not want. That's a nice Soraka skin. I haven't seen that one yet. Anyways. So, it's difficult for me to explain how I'm playing. But what I'm doing typically is trying to poke down and zone them out so I can pick up the farm that I need. Because I'm having problems getting that farm at this point because Azir is just a lot farther than me with its sand soldiers. And I'm dead. There's nothing I could do there. There's absolutely nothing. I got caught out. I didn't expect his ult to be up. I forgot completely about his ult. So that just screwed me. Garen hopefully here can push out quite a bit and get a tower. It's still a close game. It's A1's game because it's 7-3. They could still make a huge comeback. It's still only 16 minutes in the game and no one has towers and all we have is kills. But my tower is about to fall, which is going to be a problem because I haven't accepted any ganks. I haven't asked for them, which you want to do from your jungler if you're mid laner because you're going to have the most active lane. People are just going to keep coming around to try and get you. And if she switches to Rocket, she could easily get this kit. Not worth it. Jinx is dead now. She just gave bot lane the double. Not what you want to do. You do not want to give Ashe or a Volibear a kill. It's not good. You can screw over your team quite fast by doing so. So you want to be careful with that. You don't want to give certain champions kills, and those two are pretty high on that list of do not give kills to. Because it can help screw over your team quite thoroughly for the rest of the game. Because Volibear, who builds tank, dishes out a ton of damage with his W, which is what you want. How Volibear gets a lot of damage, his W scales off of HP and deals more damage the more they are missing, and the more HP you have, the more damage you'll dish out. Jin's out screwed up there because I was trying to go in for some poke, not engage, and he just walked out. Which really messes up me, to be honest. Because it just gave him knowing that I had someone ready to gank if the need arised. And so it just let Azir get farther out. You don't want to do that. Jungling is one of the most important roles of the game, more important than the mid laner or ADC in my opinion. You want to be careful about that because it's so important. If you mess up in the jungle, you can screw over your team for the whole game. So you really want to be careful about that. You don't want to screw over your team. See, one thing they did there is they had most of their team there, and their team's a lot more powerful than us. We don't have our tank at all. So they're able to just get us, and they have their Kayle TPing in. So there comes some kills for them. Garen at least is doing a decent job. He's doing what Garen does best, building tank, going in, racking up kills, and getting fed. One of the things that's really nice about Garen. I'm not doing too hot. I'm doing really damn terribly for this game. Because what I'm doing is I'm just messing up constantly. I've given 4 kills away to Azir, which is really bad and dumb on my part. Giving their team 4 kills, you don't want to do that. I've given them half their kills. Another thing that can screw over your team, which I'm not doing too well at preventing from happening. So Garen here is just getting fed. All there is to it. He deals more damage than anyone on their team can, so definitely a champion that I respect. If you can play him extremely right, so it's easy to play him correct, but play him the right way is harder than you may think. So he is a champion that I respect, someone playing as correctly, and their whole team is once again in the stupid midnight. Another thing that is gonna end up happening to me now is just everyone's gonna come to mid. It's annoying, but it's gonna happen. It's that point in the game where everyone's just coming to one lane pretty much. Just screw with that one laner. So that's one way to push out a Ryze, is Azir counters Ryze kinda hard. Because he has more range than me. All I have is my spellcast. I may have more burst, but he just has more range through his sand soldiers. Which kinda does screw me over because he just slows me down. All I have is my cage, and he has an escape also to boot. So what he just tried to do there was to set up a ult of his. If had a ult actually been able to land, I would have died. A quite miserable death at that. But I would... See, now he's getting support through his support, and I got no one but me. That's what you want to do as a team, is to help each other out like that. So what their Soraka did wrong is she decided to go in on me underneath a turret where I just could chase her down with my ult and do everything. Something you want to be careful of is definitely that. Because a Ryze who gets kills even when he's really behind is a Ryze you don't want to face. And this is where I'm dead because I had no idea Kayle was over in that direction. There's nothing I can do. They have both their Kayle, who's just giving herself speed boost. Actually, I can't escape this. Barely. But the only reason why I escaped is that ult. Because it gives me that 80 movement speed, something that can save you completely. Here's Garen picking up another kill because their Kayle decided to ult herself when coming in on me. You don't want ult yourself as Kayle right away. You don't even want ult yourself most of the time. You want ult to save your more important champions, like a Volibear is most of the time more important if he can get fed. Their Volibear hasn't been able to. Thank God for that. Because that could spell doom for everything. Anyways, so there's Azir. He is a lot farther ahead of me in both CS and kills, but he doesn't have as many items as me. He doesn't have a Archangel staff. He doesn't have a blasting wand. He doesn't get the start that Ryze does. Ryze gets ahead much faster because of how his kit works. It was a nice little addition because of how Ryze's kit works, that he just gets ahead of a lot of his lane opponents. So Azir really messed up there because of how he tried to back me off. I think he meant to push me under his turret. But now they have 2 of their people here again. What's been happening the whole freaking game is constantly 2, 3 in this lane. It's a highly annoying thing to do. Even when you're facing a fed lane opponent, it is highly annoying when you still have 1 tower. It's a different story when you have more than 1. When you have 1 tower lost, it's highly annoying before then to do something like this where you just have your whole entire team come into the lane. It's not a very cool thing to do because it really just, it may speed up gameplay for you, but it just slows down the gameplay for everyone else in the game. They can't do anything because they're stuck trying to move around fast, and it really just screws up a lot of stuff. Just a nuisance. You don't want to be that guy who's causing the game to be bad for everyone. You don't. Not a cool thing to do. League is not meant for people doing that. It's meant for people to all have fun, and it blocks a lot of the fun for a lot of people. See, like, here's an annoying thing. Kale's here, so she's just gonna be healing up her whole entire freaking team. But because they're focusing mid lane, they're allowing their other lanes to fall to my teammates, which is not a good idea because it's just giving my team the advantage in this whole entire match now. So while it may get annoying to me, what they're doing is helping out my team. And what I'm doing by keeping an Azir here is really helping out my team because his ult is only being used on me and no one else. But Morgana there, she did the right thing, sacrificed herself to save the ADC. Not a lot of supports will do that anymore, I don't know why. But they just won't. And you want to do that for your ADC. The ADC is more important than the support in most cases. So if you have to, throw yourself in the line of fire, pull their attention, and get your ADC to safety. Something you want to do. Saves your team a lot of problems in the future. So what they're trying to do is, they're doing Dragon. Garen here, because of how he's been playing, he's fed. Can probably take him all on his own. And what Volley just tried to do there is not very logical because I'm just able to pick up another kill for our Garen. But what I did was just really freaking dumb and accidentally clicked on the freaking dragon as I was trying to run away. Another thing you don't want to do is that. Don't mimic me there because that is just one way to give them a kill. But what it did is it just caused them to be stupid because they went in for me. We just picked up a drag. So a kill for a drag is much more worth it now because they have a good amount of their team dead. They could probably take down this middle turret. At least a good amount of middle turret. So Garen, this is why he's fed. He's not even building pure tank anymore since he's got his Cinder Hulk. He's now building damage output a good amount, it seems. So what Garen just did is another thing that's really nice is if you're going through someone's lane, clear it. So that way the wave can keep pushing. It gives your team more of an advantage. Also, one thing that a lot of people don't remember about the game is that if you take down more than one inhib, your minions will start pushing harder. It's a nice little fact that not a lot of people know. The more inhib you have down, the harder your minions are supposed to push. So it is something you want to do is try, if you have to, take down more than one turret. So their whole team's here when they're not focusing the bot lane, which is pushing extremely damn hard. They should not be focusing up here. I don't know why they all just want me dead. So one thing their Kale did wrong is she decided to chase me while abandoning her Azir to die. Which was a big mistake because and Soraka's kind of upset because to chase down Garen, they let her die. So they were out for trying to get him out of revenge. So they let me get a kill. And to be honest, I'm worthless in this game anyways. All I've been there to do in team fights is pop my ult and stun and get some AoE in. Wait, what? So apparently the Ashe started Amulet Coin. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but as an ADC you want to start Doran's Blade. I don't know why she started as an Amulet Coin. Maybe trolling. I mean, Ancient Coin, whatever it is. But she started that. It's something I would never expect to see on a Ashe. It doesn't make a lot of sense to put down Ashe. And there goes Azir. He's probably gonna die. He should die here, in other words. Yep, because... So, this is one thing that's nice about late game Ryze, is I just dish out a good amount of damage. Even behind I will. Because my burst is just much longer than a lot of people think. Another thing, if your support is trying to get a ward, don't take it. It's one of their few ways of actually getting a good amount of gold. It's through wards. So their team really did mess up. They let a Jinx get... Actually, no, they didn't let a Jinx get fed. They let a Garen get fed, which was a big mistake on their part. And they focused my lane mostly. They didn't focus anyone else's, so my lane was able to distract them from being able to take anything. Even though they've been focusing my lane most of the game, for 31 minutes my tower hasn't fallen. So no matter how hard they focus my lane, my tower is still up while everyone else's, while every single tower of theirs is pretty much down. So you don't want to do that. You want to spread out your attention to all lanes, so that kind of thing just doesn't happen. See, what I did there is, it doesn't really matter, because I'm not that important to a team fight, but my team decided to follow it up, which is where they messed up. But no, they didn't mess up, because our Jinx just cleaning up the house. And she just got an ace and can end the game here, most likely. I'm actually going to be shocked if they don't surrender. Yep, there it is. So that was Ryze mid lane, guys. I'm sorry that the game was bad. It shouldn't have been that bad. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, if this is the one that I can upload. And I'll see you in the next video, I hope. I'll talk to you guys later.